Hi everybody, bonjour! Today, in this video, I'm going to be filling in or adding colour to one of the portraits in my third portrait sketchbook. And we have got many done now. And the book itself is full. I'm just adding and titivating the colour. So today is going to be these two. And I'm using mainly Holbein Gouache. The magenta is Shinhan. And I was testing it because at the time of recording there is no primary magenta gouache in the Holbein at Jackson Art Supplies. They are waiting for restock. So I had to test out the Shinhan while I still had a bit of the Holbein left, just to see how good it is. And at the moment I can say it's okay, but it's thinner than the Holbein. So I'm just reactivating the paint in my palette, which I told you not to do. So everything I tell you not to do, ignore. Because, well, the thing is, as I've said, I am using sometimes neat gouache, and other times I'm just reactivating so it's like an opaque thin watercolour. So I just have to put a few drops of water in and let that activate, and then I don't know if you can see all of my table, but I've got, apart from some tubes that are completely run out, I've also got yellow ochre and the Payne's grey, which are quite new, full tubes, and I just squeeze out directly where I want it, and then get my wet brush and add a few drops of water, and then I start mixing it on the page and spreading it out where I want it. And this is your sketchbook, so you can do what you want. There is no right and wrong way. I know you'll have a lot of art teachers out there screaming and cringing at mine and many other YouTube artists' techniques, but they, you know, all have their own methods, and we all have our own ways. And I like to encourage you all to have your own way of doing things and not be regimented. And I encourage you to think for yourselves and just be free and have fun with your art, because it is your art, your sketchbook, your art supplies, your imagination, and only you can come up with things. That's what makes it all unique. So we've got that there. Then I add the colour to the eyebrows because it's the same as the hair. At the time of recording we've got a bit of a storm brewing up outside, which you might hear every now and then. The wind is gusting. We've been having since maybe the middle of July. We we were protected from a heat wave, thankfully. It was hot, but then it kind of vanished and we had rain and strong violent winds, and we just thought it had gone, and it's still here. We've had it for a good week, going into the second week of strong wind and rain, and the weather is cooler, much cooler atmosphere. Does not feel like summer now. And I'm recording this on the 5th of August, so hopefully we will get a bit more sunny weather. So I've been doing a lot, if you've been following me on Instagram, I have been doing a lot of virtual plein airs. And if you don't know what those are, it is having a virtual holiday, basically. Like painting and thinking up of a holiday and then painting it without actually having to go. So researching restaurants and locations, hotels, getting the reference images off of the internet. I was using Google Maps and the Street View, Instant Street View, I think it's called, and then the general internet for photos. So I've been having a lot of fun doing that. I didn't think I would. I also have been, apart from that part, I've been filling in this for doing my third book for Amazon, which the first two are available for you to purchase. I've also joined Ko-fi. Well, I was on Ko-fi before, but it's a way to support creatives like me. A bit like Buy Me a Coffee, which I'm also on, but on Ko-fi, which is ko-fi. The link will be in my description below this video. I have created membership tier programs, which is like Patreon basically. So check out my tiers, because there's lots of fun that we're going to be having when you become a monthly member. You will have exclusive content directly from me. So we're just going to mix up now on my palette. I've got this skin tone already made. Sometimes I'll add a bit of white, more white, and or brown, depending. But I like to just get a full coat of one colour. And also at the time of recording, I'm waiting for my very first order of 2 Holbein pencils, colouring pencils, because I've started a collection of luminants and they are okay. I'm hoping that Holbein are going to live up to their name, because apparently, and I have purchased it, the white pencil is the most amazing white pencil that every artist needs to own, apparently, according to my research. So hopefully it's going to live up to its name. It's going to be creamy and opaque, apparently, so I can't wait for that. And I also purchased, because they're about just under like £4 a pencil, I think they're really expensive. So I purchased, for my very first order of those, is a white and a yellow ochre. So when I next order near the end of the month, I'm going to get chocolate and a green. As in chocolate brown, not chocolate to eat. Well, I have that as well, but the pencil is called chocolate. So we shall see how that goes on, because then I'll be able to add more on top of the gouache. I think Holbein might work a little better, though I've seen Katie Moody use luminance successfully on top of gouache. It might just be that my colours are too light, the ones that I've gotten, so I shall see. So we've got that. Must just get the brown again. Well, this one is burnt sienna. So I'm just going to put a little blob there, if it will stay. It did, without ruining the rest of it. And then take a little And the trick is to not panic when you're doing a portrait. Even if you're doing photorealistic work, the trick is to not panic. You have to go through the ugly stage where you think you've wrecked it and it looks awful. In order for, it's like life, you have to go through the rough in order to get the smooth. And definitely with art, that is the case also. I did most of that with dry brush. So I'm looking to also get different paintbrushes. I've been looking at Tony Harrison. He's from the SAA, Society for All Artists. He's done some foliage paintbrushes. So I'm looking to get the tree and texture one. They are synthetic. Well, that one is apparently, according to Jackson Art. But the mop, I think, wasn't, which I thought odd. I would have thought, but no, I don't think it was the mop. It's the fan brush. I'm after getting a fan brush, and that I thought I'd just buy both from the same brand, but it turned out that the fan was not synthetic, which is why I thought that odd. Because if one brush is, why not the other? If it's by the same brand and the same, it's in the same set, you know. But at least I saw that before it was too late. Just put some darker bits here, and then some lighter over here. I'm just taking directly from the tube. Sometimes I even add yellow directly, just for a little bit more, and I think I will. Brightness. I love how creamy and vibrant the Holbein gouache is, and I've been getting on with the Lascaux white gouache. As I said, you have to look at my unboxing video, which I will hopefully put at the end. And that's why I unboxed it. It was quite expensive, but it was 85ml, and you pour it out. It's quite fluid, and it's a bright, opaque, you know, gouache. And I do have the Pebeo one that I've seen a lot of artists, you know, promoting as like an eco way of buying bulk white gouache. It is okay, but you have to keep in mind they have to cut corners somewhere, and so the corner that's cut with it, you get a lot like 250 ml, but it isn't vibrant. It's a dull, kind of dirty white for me, and it's thin. So I just didn't get on with it. You definitely know it's more binder than pigment. And I'm actually going to be opening, hopefully you'll be able to see, the Lascaux, whatever, can't pronounce it, white gouache. It is Swiss. And I'm just going to be pouring a little into my skin tone colour. Here we go. There we are. You can see it just is a little bit gloopy. But that's why I do it tight, and I'm pleased I didn't undo the bung at the top, because you really do need to have airtight when it comes to gouache. Probably too pale now, but that's the beauty. It's better to be too pale than too dark. Okay. And so I just took a little bit of the sienna, and I start, while my brush is still full of the white still, and I just blend. It's like a paint program. I just, blend. Well, after doing digital art, that's another thing. It is weird coming off of digital art. I don't know if any of you guys have felt like this, who do digital art. I don't do it all the time. I just do it a little for Instagram graphics and things. But I end up, when I'm going back to doing traditional art, I want to keep going like this to expand the screen, to make it bigger for detail, like you do on the iPad for making the graphics. It's less eye strain if you enlarge your page, and that's what I find I'm doing here. It's automatic, but I go to try and enlarge my sketchbook page. That would be really good if you could do that, to really get into the detail. It just helps to not be so flat, I find, when I do this. It's kind of impasto-y. And then, I'm not looking at reference, by the way. I was when I sketched it, but now I'm adding colour. I'm just doing like my own thing. I added some blue the other day, which I forgot to mix into my army kind of dirty green that I'd made from, I think, black, and then adding some green in. So this is going to be like a oceany blue. Because I tend to just go, when I'm doing their tops or something, for the convenient colours in my palette, either the pink, the yellow, or a green. So this changes it up a little, this colour. And then I'm doing like a lime greeny background, or yellow, on most of the pages. And this will be the first gouache portrait book, basically. The portraits have all been done in gouache. I think it will stand out more. You'll see that I've developed, it's a bit like a set. So you need to get book 1 and 2 in order to then see my progress of this. So then I let it dry, and then we'll do another layer which will get rid of all the brush strokes. And then I probably will do the yellow for a background. There we are. So yeah, going back to my Ko-fi, the tier page for you guys to support me on the I've been changing about the rewards that you'll be getting, and on the €50 a month one is when you will get the greeting card that I'll be making and posting. I'm also going to be creating giveaways and competitions. You'll be getting the discounts and, like, you know, sneak peeks. You'll get the exclusive videos, obviously, but you'll also we'll be having challenges for just our members, part of that group. Once we've got a good amount of members in that tier, we will be having, you know, exclusive group competitions, arty, you know, challenges, basically. I'm excited for that. It really does open up a lot of opportunity just having the courage to create the Stripe account because it has opened up the door for me to fully use Ko-fi and Koji and what else have I done? I think that was the 2 I ventured into, yes. I haven't, I've been really busy. I haven't done anything else yet. It's just so nice to be able to do what I love to do. And that is to create art. Yes, that was the other thing I have done. On Ko-fi, I've created commissions. So I hope you'll check those out, because that would be really exciting. You will, you know, you give me the reference and I will create a portrait headshot in my style. And that's Conte, or I'll do food art, and I think landscapes. I've only just done it recently, but I've forgotten what I've done. But there's portraits and definitely food art that I've got on there. And basically I'll take requests. You just get in touch with me via Instagram or on Ko-fi and let me know, and we'll work something out. Now, I think I will be adding, and I know Margot Halleck will probably scream when I say I'm going to add some black now, because she's like, oh no, it deadens your pictures. And I can see what she means, but I don't, well, okay, I will listen to her wise words, and I will use a Payne's grey instead, not direct black. But I do need a darker colour, which I will just be adding up here and mixing the blue in with it, and a bit of the sienna, just so that I've got this kind of earthy colour there, and just under here and there, a bit like a shadow in a way. Really clean off the brush, dry it, swipe off the excess, dry the brush after the excess, and I'm just defining the neck and making sure that that part is dark. I just added a tad more blue to that mix. So yeah, then we have to let that dry. I've been watching a lot of Katie Moody, a lot of Margot Hellick on YouTube obviously, and they do inspire me. There we go. And then comes the lips. So mix up the magenta that we've already got. So what I really do like about the Holbein is that you can get quite a lot of use out of it, even when it's dried. The pink though takes a while to get out of your brush. That's what I will say. Okay. And then I am going to go for the black because I always like to outline. That's what I do with these portraits, is outline. And I'm still into having black outline. Running out of the black. Gonna have to get some more. Hopefully that won't run out of stock on Jackson Art when I need it. Just helps definition. This actual design I drew on the 30th of July, June even, June. But it's only now I've gotten round to adding the colour because there's so many in here. It's the Royal Talons Art Creation Sketchbook and it's about 180 pages, so 180 portraits to get through. It takes a while, but it's really satisfying when they're all done and the colour, and I'm really proud of this one because of it being gouache and more developed. They really stand out with the gouache. I think I'd be really embarrassed and shy if artists on YouTube bought my book and started showing it on their channel. So I'm pleased I'm not known yet, and I haven't got 1,000 followers yet, because I think I would be really embarrassed. It's just, yes, I want people to buy it, but I think I don't want people buying it who know me. Because, I don't know, awkward and shy about everything. So, that, I would say, is almost done. I'm just letting it dry. This is probably where Katie Moody would, when it's dry, she would add pencil. And I would try, maybe off camera, but again, I think I need better colours. And I'm hoping that the Holbein will inspire me more. And because the luminants, they are okay, but they haven't wowed me. And so I'm hoping that the Holbein are going to wow me. I think they will, because their gouache has. And artists do say that the white is brilliant. So, we will see. I will let you know that this video will probably go out, I'm hoping, before I get my pencil. Right, just maybe add. The trick is to also know when to stop. But I just thought it was looking a little bit too samey with the nose. Just add as if it's some freckles, I think. There we are. And just neaten up the nose. And there we are, everybody. That's where I'm going to be leaving it, guys. So I thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your support. I can't always find my words properly, but I am very grateful to all your support. I hope you found some benefit and some inspiration from this video, and that you'll give me a thumbs up and watch to the end and share and comment on my videos. And I will catch you really, really soon, guys. Thank you ever so much. Take care and creative wishes. Bye.